Coming up today on Verbatim, thinking about going to Mars? Think about staying in South Dakota instead. We'll tell you why.
And we celebrate Earth Day with a trip to the farm.
Plus, we take a look at the world of USD in 60 seconds.
Verbatim starts right now. Welcome to another episode of Verbatim. I'm Michael Geheren.
And I'm Katia Duszenko. We're taking you behind the stories you find in the Volant. A new issue is on newsstands today and on volantonline.com.
Katia is the opinion design editor for the Volant, and she joins me to discuss Lawrence and Schiller's new advertising campaign to highlight South Dakota. So before we show you the spot, let's first talk about this, what they did to come up with the research.
Right. So they kind of had this focus group, and they were looking at, reasons why people would or wouldn't want to move to South Dakota and sort of the surrounding states. Mm-hmm. And it
was people from our neighboring states who participated in
exactly.
it.
And they talked about relocating, and the reactions to South Dakota were not that positive. The words barren wasteland came up.
That was a hard one.
That was sort of a harsh one, yes. Yeah. Also, it's a good place to be a hermit.
Or an introvert. A lot of people talked about, there's not much to do here, so if you're content with being by yourself.
Yeah, it's great place to be alone.
Yeah.
Great place to be alone. Not a lot on the recreational front, so people were concerned that there wouldn't be, stuff to do after work or on the weekend, so that was sort of what came out of that.
And so Lawrence and Schiller decided they were going to create a spot for South Dakota, and this is on argusleader.com. And let's take a look at this spot.
Mars. The air, not breathable. The surface, cold and barren. But thousands are lining up for a chance to go and never come back. South Dakota. Progressive, productive, and abundant in oxygen. Why die on Mars when you can live in South Dakota? South Dakota, you can live here.
Why die on Mars when you can live in South Dakota, Katia?
I don't even know how to answer that question.
Is that a question you thought I was going to be asking you?
I did not. Even 24 hours ago, I saw this today, and I was not ready for that kind of choice. It's bizarre.
It is.
I'm not sure.
It's the weirdest connection I've ever heard. Like, we're going to talk about Mars. I was thinking, could you imagine being in the room at Lawrence and Schiller when they're going, okay, I think, we should have someone talk about Mars, and then that's why you should live in South Dakota.
And someone at that table said yes.
Because they have oxygen in South Dakota.
And jobs.
That sets us apart.
Yeah. Yeah, I just still don't know. I don't know if they're trying to, sort of cash in on this whole don't jerk and drive phenomenon, because South Dakota got on the news after that, and we got some attention, and so
now we're going to get attention for this. It has the workings for a viral video.
Oh yeah, this could be on Jon Stewart. All the way.
Definitely. So, South Dakotans, enjoy your oxygen, and we hope you enjoyed this little discussion about one of the most interesting ad campaigns.
If we learned one thing, it's you can live in South Dakota.
You can.
Last weekend, Dakotathon raised $21,000 more than their goal. The Volant team had coverage of the event.
It was an eventful and mobile 24 hours at this weekend's Dakotathon. The event, which raises funds for the Children's Miracle Network, moved across campus for various events, including a basketball game. The men's basketball team lost 10-4 to the Miracle Children, then got pies in the face. This year's theme was Miracles in Motion. And at the end of the 24 hours, it was revealed they had surpassed their goal of $61,000 and had raised more than $80,000. The event is intended to give ill children a chance of fun outside of hospitals. For Verbatim, I'm Braley, Dodson.
Coming up after the break, learn one Vermillion farmer's story on this Earth Day.
We'll be back in just 15 seconds.
Staring contest! You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Today is Earth Day. Here's a look at one local farmer who reaches out to the community from his produce stand. Megan Card has the story.
Between my grandmother's parents and her husband, they started this vegetable business. So I'm the 5th generation. I guess it's the only thing I knew.
For 30 years, the family of Mitchell Morse was Vermillion's mainstay for local produce. He now competes with other farms and stores like Ace Hardware and Walmart, but the wholesale produce seller sets himself apart with his rivaled acumen for all things vegetable. Squash, pumpkin, potato, even hanging baskets. Morse offers his advice as well as seed for first-time growers. Morse's farm market sees anywhere from 20 to 30 customers a day when the produce season is in full swing. It's a different crowd of customers than what he saw as a boy selling produce at the Lenox Farmers Market. But that's part of the reason he keeps the family business going.
Meeting with people, that's what I like. It's just answering their questions, showing them what to do, try to bring in new varieties of flowers or plants, and say, you ought to try this.
For the Volant, I'm Megan Card.
The Volant has full coverage of Earth Week in today's issue and at volantonline.com. Each week, the Volant covers the stories that affect the students at USD. We decided to look at the big stories of the week and show you the world of USD in just 60 seconds.
At Tuesday evening's SGA meeting, the Internal Review Committee members brought forward an impeachment of SGA Senator Muhammad Ali Surya. The vote to impeach him failed.
Early Sunday morning, Coyote Village residents were evacuated after a person opened a fire extinguisher on the 4th floor.
When they made it to the top floor, they confirmed that it was an actual fire extinguisher that somebody had discharged in the hallway, running down the hall with the fire extinguisher.
Officials and fans alike are excited to have senior Nicole Seacamp back for another year of Coyote basketball.
Here's what's happening this week at USD.
Save the planet and visit the Earth Day Fair today from 10 until 2 in the month.
Seussical the Musical continues this weekend, presented by the Theater Department.
Coming up tonight on Coyote News, the Cross Media Council had full coverage of this weekend's Coyote Village incident. They will have the latest.
And Coyote News will recap Dakotathon after they raised more than $84,000.
Tune in tonight live at 5 and again at 6 on cable channel 21. Did you know that we're on every day?
Be sure to tune in daily for what's trending online, the day's weather, and a look at the events ahead.
Thanks for joining us this week on Verbatim.
Be sure to tweet us with the hashtag USD Verbatim.
We'll see you next week.